Hi guys, welcome back to another mukbang. So something I've noticed is that I'm just uncancelable. You guys can't cancel me. I can just do whatever I want and I don't get canceled. Isn't that just great? Anyways, that's crazy.
Crawling in my skin, these wounds they will not heal.
Hello incels and welcome back to the Gross Only Fans. Don't you just love when you record 20 minutes of footage and then you realize the mic wasn't plugged in and now you're refilming it? Yeah, I love that too. So, Trisha Paytas, this video has been a long time coming because, boy, you are a mess. Trisha Paytas has currently been on this crusade against Nikita Dragun because she's friends with James Charles, who, well, y'all know what the allegations about James Charles are right now, so that's a whole different thing. Despite the fact that her Twitter is filled with her hitting on minors and admitting that she knows it's wrong, so I'm not really sure why she's mad at somebody for being friends with somebody with allegations against them when she has proof on her own Twitter, she hasn't even deleted half the tweets, of doing exactly what she's accusing James Charles of.
Reese's Puffs, eat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up. Reese's Puffs, eat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up. Wow.
I don't get it. When I was a kid, I dreamed of getting molested by Woody Allen. Yeah, that's not something you really want to say. You should probably keep that to yourself. It's really insensitive to the actual victims. This boy is 16 years old and just so cuter. If it were legal to date him, I'd fly him to Pennsylvania to do so. I wonder why Trisha deleted this tweet. I wonder why she wouldn't want people to see this. Am I a pedo if I want to bang Scotty McCurry? Probably, so I'm just gonna say I really love him. Not turn 18. Yeah, if you're an adult attracted to minors, I'm gonna say you probably are. My Scotty McCurry is on Jay Leno tonight. He's my inappropriate and underage fantasy. Love you, boo-boo. Hashtag jailbait status. I mean, Trish, you know, everybody has sexual fantasies. And first of all, usually they keep them to themselves because we don't need to know. Second of all, most people's don't include minors because that's gross and against the law. Also, something that I might be nitpicky, but calling him your Scotty is really creepy. He is not yours. He is a child and you are an unstable, crazy lady. Scotty, I wish you were 18. Poor Scotty has to put up with being harassed by her and he just wants to do his thing. I feel so bad for this guy because she's tweeted him probably like 50 times with creepy stuff. Justin likes curves. Baby, I know you're underage, boo-boo, but these bumps and humps on my body would gladly go to jail for you. Okay then, why don't you turn yourself in and go to jail? I would be so happy to never have to see your asshole on my timeline ever again. Scotty McCreary, marry me please. I don't even care if you're not legal. I'll take that chance. Hashtag amaze. Trish, you're rich and famous. Is it really that hard to find somebody to fuck that's of age? OMG, Piers Morgan has a son and Spencer Morgan is 18 today. Legal, and 2 times as gorgeous as his stud of a father. I'm gonna just put this out here. Not just for Trisha, but any of you who celebrate because somebody's turning 18, there's something wrong with you. The fact that Bad Baby, when she turned 18, she made $1 million within 6 hours of making an OnlyFans on her 18th birthday. Y'all are fucking pedophiles. When Trevor Moran turns 18, I'm so ready for him. Hashtag I can hear your echo in my pants. Photoshop tweets, that's dated in 2014. Try harder. Let's bring up all TikToks in 2021 and 2020 with Nikita being way inappropriate with a young boy / pedo. You're old AF girl, time to get a real job. Hun, half of these tweets of you being creepy are still on your timeline. You haven't even been bothered to use tweet delete. Second, you're calling her old. You are also in your 30s. I don't really think either of you are old, but if one of you is old, so is the other. Also, there's something ironic about you, a YouTuber, telling another YouTuber to get a job. We all know YouTube is a job for some people and that's fine, but if you're gonna tell someone to have a real job, you should at least have one yourself because Trish, let's be honest, even McDonald's wouldn't accept you. You know, on their list of potential, employees, you're below the crackheads. The crackheads are more likely to be employed by McDonald's than you because they are easier to tolerate and more mentally stable. Not photoshopped. And here you have it, the victims themselves admitting, these are not photoshopped, this happened. What reason would they have to lie? I voted for Scotty McCreery for Teen Choice Awards. Is that creepy considering I'm not a teen? I don't know, Scotty made me a pedophile. Awkward. Trish, you cannot complain about people calling you a pedo when that's what you call yourself. It's, you're kind of a hypocrite. And this tweet is still up on her Twitter right now. I grabbed this tweet 3 days before I filmed this. 3 days. Oh Lord, I just tweeted a 13-year-old. Yikes. Don't reply to drunk Trish on Twitter if you're under 18. Like, OMG, I'm an awful person. Unfortunately, I don't have the context of what she tweeted at this 13-year-old, but based on the replies, it was something inappropriate and something NSFW. It is not the 13-year-old's problem to figure out, oh, this adult is drunk. I shouldn't tweet them if I don't want to be harassed. Trish, that is your responsibility, so you can either not drink or not go on Twitter when you're drunk. It's not that difficult. It is your responsibility as the adult. I've been obsessed with Ricky Dillon like nonstop. Does that make me a pedo? Is he like 12 or what? I love him though. Ew. Imagine being attracted to 12-year-olds. Can't relate. Ah, you're so young. Turn 18, then we'll talk. This is a certified Onision moment right here. Now let's talk about the fact that Trisha Paytas also dated and defended a child predator. We hate to see it. We talked for hours and hours about the sweet and sour and how the family's doing. Not only did Trisha Paytas date a pedo, but she defended him too. The blonde basically said she doesn't know the whole story and therefore doesn't feel comfortable judging the man who she hardly knows. Do we have to treat people as less than human because they've made a mistake? She questioned her viewers. Do we not just treat them as human beings? Do we just not associate with them? Do we just shun them because of a mistake? Because at the end of the day, the only person who can judge them is God. Trisha confirmed that while she wants to get to know Evan more, she broke off all contact and unfollowed him on social media because the unwanted attention is not fair to him. Oh boy. A few things here. One, you say you're not okay judging him because you barely know him. So why are you okay viciously defending somebody you barely know either? How about this? Here's just a recommendation. If you're not educated on the situation, maybe you should shut your mouth and not defend or attack him. That's just a concept, or you can educate yourself and then make an informed decision. So that doesn't make any sense. Second of all, pretty sure God doesn't like pedos. I'm not personally religious, but I think if there is a God, whatever the God is, doesn't like pedos. I think that's something that we can all agree on from any religion or non-religion, that pedos are bad. Yeah, so that's pretty gross. Now you're probably thinking, well, Trisha Paytas would never be inappropriate with a minor in real life at least, right? Wrong. And not only is she inappropriate with a minor in real life, guess who the clip is with? That's right, Shane Dawson. Shocking.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, I'm like.
What is your underwear? What is
oh my
that?
god, hot. Oh.
Trees?
Watch out, Justin Bieber. Fucking
Me!
How much can Trevor fit in his mouth?
What?
I mean,
obviously this clip was really gross. You shouldn't be doing that to even somebody of age on camera or in general unless they've said yes, this is okay. It is not okay on or off camera with a minor because they cannot consent. I don't care if you're like, oh, it was haha funny. Sexualizing minors isn't funny. Do I look like I'm laughing? Hey guys, so my tummy hurts pretty bad. My doctor said I have something called salmonella, which doesn't make any sense because I haven't had any salmon. I've just been eating raw eggs all week. Anyway, so I've been like shitting blood all week, but like I said, I haven't had any salmon, so it just doesn't make any sense. I think the doctors are stupid. Do y'all remember when Trisha faked being trans for attention and said she didn't even feel dysphoria? Because I do.
in my head, I feel like I'm a transgender female to male, but also like a drag queen. So do I think I'm transgender? Yes, 1000%. Do I identify with my natural born gender? 1000%.
And of course, she admits, oh my god, that was so silly. I'm not trans. That was just a That was just an oopsie moment. You know, if you look at the problems actual trans people face, you know, just making it some sort of aesthetic is pretty messed up. Being trans isn't something you can just choose because you think it's cool. The whole point of being trans is that these people don't want to be trans. They want to be the gender they identify with. That's the whole point. Dysphoria is the whole point. That you were born in the wrong body and you feel wrong because of it, and so you want to transition. Trisha, this is a serious thing. You can't just be like, yes, I feel like being trans now because it's cool. It is a life of hardships. So, Trisha, don't do that. So, Trisha fake being trans, right? Wouldn't it be really, really silly, like a real goofball moment, if she also faked having a serious mental disorder to get out of drama not even a year later? That would be a real silly goose moment now, wouldn't it? Oh wait, she did do that. For those of you who don't know, DID or dissociative identity disorder is basically where you were traumatized at a young age and you have other personalities known as alters, and they, you guys know the rest. Point is, most people with DID do not behave the way Trisha does. And another thing I want to say is the way media portrays DID is wildly inaccurate. The media acts as if anyone with DID automatically has this evil alter. Now, let me explain why this is wrong really quick before I get back to Trisha. So, let's say you have a class of 25 students in a high school, right? Now, it's possible that one of these 25 students could be it's possible that some of these 25 students could be bad people, and it's possible none of them could be, right? That's just, you know how it is. It's the same way if you had 25 alters. It's the same likelihood that one of them would be bad as one of the random students being bad. I hope that lets you visualize. However, Trisha doesn't know much about DID. And so she kind of bases it off the media, and so she has this bad alter that does all the drama so that it's not her fault. It's her alter's fault, so she can't be held accountable. Now, YouTubers that actually have DID were basically like, I smell bullshit, and Trish realized that people had figured it out, and she was like, I had another silly goose moment. I don't actually have DID. Like, I just self-diagnosed myself because I felt like I had DID, and I did like 20 minutes of research on Wikipedia and Tumblr, and so I thought that I had DID, and that's crazy. That sucks that DID exists. I'm so sorry that people deal with that. That really sucks.
And mentally with my eating habits, but at the end of the day, it did push me. Originally, it was like, I'm going to be skinny and I'm going to show him, and now it's like, I'm going to be mentally healthy for myself, and I'm going to take care of myself so that I can balance my life better and be a better person. So I think we've all come full circle. When I say we all, I'm talking about myself and my 13 personalities. Just kidding, I'm not. Everyone thinks I actually have multiple personalities. I don't. I have situational depression. I think that's what it's called. There was general depression. I think I have situational depression when I get out of a relationship. Because every relationship I've been in, I've always think that's the one. That's gonna be my life. And then when you literally feel like your whole life has been just completely, you're just like, oh no. So yeah. Anyways, thanks ex-boyfriend, oh my god. Thanks ex-boyfriend for making me hot. I feel better than ever, and I look better than ever, and I'm just gonna keep going. And my body's just gonna keep getting hotter, so thank you.
Don't claim you have a disorder if you haven't been diagnosed, because you are a liar. If you feel like you have a disorder and you can't afford diagnosis, you can say, hey, I haven't been diagnosed, but I feel like I might have this. That's honest. You can't diagnose yourself. You're not licensed. Even psychologists who are licensed cannot diagnose themselves legally because there is emotional bias. Hell, they can't even diagnose people they know personally. Only clients. So Trish, don't. Also, even if you did have DID, people with DID don't do the things that you did. Mental illness is not an excuse to be a bad person. plenty of mentally ill people, in fact most of them, aren't bad people, because guess what? They try and cope with their illness and continue to be good people. So if you're mentally ill, you don't have an excuse to be a bad person. You gotta just try your best and work with what you got.
Well, guys, this is it. I know I said that no one could cancel me, but in the end, Salmonella canceled me.
At the end of the day, Trisha Paytas will always be relevant until she's not, because she's like a train wreck. You just want to watch. Whether people watch her to feel better about their own lives, or they think it's funny, or they want to make drama content, people will watch until she stops finding creative ways to make herself hateable. That's really what it comes down to. And yes, that will happen, because it's happened to Onision. Onision started a bit before Trisha, has done all of these awful things, but if you notice, people don't really talk about him anymore, because him being a horrible person is just so normal that nobody really cares. It's gotten boring. And that will eventually happen to Trisha, but until it does, I recommend you just laugh and enjoy it, because the thing is, no matter what you do, it's not really going to make a difference with her right now. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it. I may or may not have gotten salmonella, so definitely hit that like button so that I can feel better about having, well, I probably don't have salmonella, but I feel sick. But that also could be the fake blood that I put in my mouth. You're not supposed to put it in your mouth. And it burned my tongue, so that was fun. So as always, leave a like, subscribe with notifications on. I will catch you on the flip side.